everyone, welcome back. It's Tones here. So this little routine or stretch session is 15-minute stretching for your hips. So we're going to start laying down on your back. Hopefully you can hear me a lot better today. I've invested in a really good microphone so that the sound quality is better. So the videos are going to get better and better. Grab yourself a couple of blocks. You may or may not need them, and come to lay down on your back. And we're going to lengthen the left leg out. We'll get straight into it because I want to try and give you something that you can get stuck into straight after your workout without too much ado. So we're going to start by bringing the right knee into the chest, and we're just going to hold onto it with the right hand, draw it in towards the chest, bring it right out wide. So just getting a little movement to begin with, and then stretch that leg out long, bring it across your body, and then help it in again as it comes past your chest. And then take it out wide, and then squeeze it in again as it comes past your chest. Take it out wide, and bring it in again. One more circle, just that same direction. And then bring the leg up, slide the left foot along the mat, and we're going to rotate this right knee outwards. So you might be able to hold on to that left foot, maybe the left shin as well. And we're just going to rock that knee a little side to side. So just feel for, if you're feeling quite tight, and if this is directly after your workout, you might be feeling still like high energy. Chances are this is going to happen a little bit after your workout, after you've gotten home. But still, we're going to focus on our breath in a moment. So bring that left knee a little bit closer, flex the right foot, and then bring that left knee to the outside of that right ankle. Reach through, and you'll take either the back of the left thigh or the front of the left knee. So keeping that right foot flexed, draw that left knee a little to the left. I like to sort of, rather than letting it come across your body, the left knee, I want you to draw it out to the left a little bit, so you're kind of opening things up. Stretch the back of the neck long. We'll take about 5 breaths here. So just holding the pose, not forcing anything too much. We want to bring our energy level back down as well. So the point of these post-workout little stretches is not just to stretch your body out, but to stretch your lungs and your heart again. Slowing your nervous system down again. So bringing yourself back to reality from that high adrenaline place that we might find ourselves in our workout. So nice slow breath in. And let go on the exhale very slowly. These long, slow exhales help to soothe our nervous system, calm us down. All right, release that left knee, and we're just going to keep that set up as it is. This one's tricky for people to get, so keep that set up as it is. Hopefully you can see me. We're going to roll the hips over to the left. Now what's happened is my right foot has landed on the floor, and if you've got space, if you can reach it, you'll take hold of that right foot with your left hand, and then stretch that right knee away from you. So it's like you're trying to push that right knee up, and then pressing it away, and not with the help of the right hand. If you can, it helps to reach this right arm out on a diagonal. So the right hand is reaching out past the top right corner of the mat, and you're just kind of pressing that right knee in the opposite direction. It feels really nice through this outer right hip. Take a couple of breaths. One more. Good job. Roll onto your back. Extend that left leg out again. Bring that right knee into the chest, and just some circles with that right foot. So we're working mainly on the hips, but it's not a bad idea to access all parts of the body too. Go back the other way, right foot circles. And we'll swap it out. Left knee comes in, right leg goes long. Bring that left knee in for a moment, and then we'll start those circles. So we'll take it out wide. Left hand pulls the knee out wide, and then stretch the leg long, bring it across you, and then draw it in as it comes past. You're not fixed on the mat, so if you want to roll around a little. We'll do one more. And bring the knee in, and then slide the right foot along the mat. Rotate this left thigh so the thigh is pointing out to the left side, leave the knees pointing out to the left side. Maybe you can hold on to that left foot. If not, just hold the outside of the knee. We're just going to rock a little bit side to side. Just feel for loosening things up. You want to tighten, you want to loosen. Good. And then bring the top of the right thigh to the outside of that left ankle and reach through. You will either take the back of the thigh or the front of that right knee. Draw that right knee a little to the right, flex that left foot, and then pull that left knee in closer to you. It's about 5 breaths here. Feel the back of the neck lengthening. Try to squish as much of your back flesh onto the floor as possible. So the tailbone all the way to the back of the neck. 2 more breaths. It's an opportunity to practice being here. And being here just means being here with whatever you've got, whatever mind dramas are taking place, whatever physical dramas. Now that whole setup of the legs stays the same, and we just roll the hips over to the right. So now that the solid left foot's on the floor, and if you can reach it, the right hand might be able to hold the ankle or the foot. And then feel that left knee lifting up almost and then pressing away, but just energetically. So this left arm's not helping, it's reaching out to the top left corner of the mat and stretching in the opposite direction to the knee almost. And you feel this really interesting stretch through the top of that left hip and into the outer, the hip flexor a little bit. 1 more breath. Good, and roll back to your back. You can extend that right leg again, bring that left knee in towards the armpit and some circles with that left foot. Back the other way. Good. And then we're going to roll up. Come forward. And we'll come into tabletop. We're just going to step this right foot forward and wide. The left knee is on the floor behind you. Now, if you have sensitive knees, you can place your knee on a cushion or something. That's great. We're going to turn this right foot out and we're going to flex the right foot. So flexing the foot means you're actually bringing the toes up towards the knee. So I want you to actually flex that foot to create stability in that right ankle. So pull the toes up towards the knee. You can roll to the outer edge of that right foot and then really try to work that right knee away. So you don't want the foot turning out but the knee rolling in. And you want the knee to be somewhere around in line with that right ankle. Now I know this might be like totally unachievable for some people, but really sort of otherwise just sort of sit up a little bit higher in it rather than having the foot all the way back here near this back knee. You're really not opening up the hips a lot. So really try to get that right foot a little bit further forward, even if it means that the hips are further back. All right. We're going to turn towards that right knee. We're going to press that right knee away. You might be able to twist towards it a little bit and sort of rotate this left chest around towards it. We'll take 2 breaths. One more. Beautiful. And then we're going to turn towards the floor. This is where the box might come in handy. If you like, elbows on blocks is nice. It just gets you off your hands a little bit so that you can enjoy the space that you're creating in your body. So elbows on the block, you might be able to notice I've slightly turned my chest towards the top left corner of my mat. Keeping that right foot still flexed. Turning away from the hip a little bit with your body sort of helps to create more of a rotation in that right hip. And then relax. Try to get the right chest to be as low as the left chest. 2 more breaths. Sink into it and see if you can let some tightness go. We're not forcing as much now in these stretches. Good, and then walk the hands back. Move the box off to the side or to the end of your mat and place the hands on the floor. Now we're going to pick up that back knee and we're going to step this right foot back and cross it in front of the left foot. So now the pinky toe edges of the 2 feet are touching. Press up and back through your hips. It's like a downward dog, little bend in the knees, stretch your spine. Tuck your chin into your chest so you're not trying to crunch your neck forward. And then walk the hands back to the feet. And then this can be a deep stretch for a lot of people, so just let yourself hang over the legs. You'll feel a pretty, you'll definitely feel something through the outer hips, the left one, maybe the right one too, and the lower back. Just let yourself dangle here. Take a breath. Now, a tricky thing we're going to do right now is we're going to rotate on our feet. So keep your toes where they are. You might lift your heels. Keep your toes where they are. All you're going to do is turn. You're going to turn your chest over to the left, and then you're just going to keep turning. Now your chest is facing the back, and the toes, you're just on the toes of the feet. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Now you're back where you started, but a different foot's in front. Now your left foot is in front of your right foot, or your left shin in front of your right shin. Pinky toes are touching. Fold here. If you didn't get this, don't worry. Just adjust yourself and then place yourself so that the pinky toes are touching and the left shin's in front of the right one. Relax over your legs. Inhale and exhale. And then walk the hands forward into that downward dog position. Press up and back through the hips. Reach back through the heels. Stretch your body. Take a deep breath. Let something go. Good job. Step that left foot forward and wide. Place the right knee on the floor. Flex that left foot so the toes are turning out. You're on the very outer edge of that left foot. You want the knee to come out, tracking out past where the toes go, where the middle of the toes go. So the foot's not out and the knee in. The knee needs to roll out. Like I said, if you need to, you can bring the hips back a bit, but create a lot of space between that back knee and that front heel. And then we can turn towards the knee. We might be able to push it away a little bit. Try to get the right chest to come underneath. Rotate your body towards the knee. And breathe. Slow down your nervous system, your brain. Good, and then keep the knee where it is, but rotate towards the floor. Now, if you have plenty of flexibility, you might not need the blocks, but they're there and they have different settings. So you might be able to put them up on the next setting. Oh, of course, if you don't have blocks, if you've got cushions or anything too, might be good. So now we're slightly turning the chest towards the top right corner of the mat. Still keeping that left foot flexed for today. We want to keep a really active ankle. Let the hips sink, really start to let them go. So we want to create space in our body. We want to lengthen our muscles again, but more importantly our fascia. Our fascia runs outside of our muscles and it weaves through our muscles, it goes through our organs, it goes through everything in our body. It's this fatty sort of gluey sort of a tissue that they've started to discover does way more than it's ever been given credit for. It's never really been studied much before, but it's starting to bring a lot of scientific attention to it for its importance in so many roles in our body, our hormones and our nervous system and things like this. All right, we're going to walk the hands back up and then just step that right foot forward and we'll finish off with a butterfly pose. So with butterfly, you can take your feet together. You can decide what the distance is between your heels and your groin. Now you don't have to have the feet all bunched in like so. You don't have to have them bunched in so close. I like to create a bigger diamond, but you'll notice that you'll feel it different in your hips depending how far away your feet are. A couple of options with this one. If you're sitting butterfly and your knees are way up here, it's really helpful to put a cushion under your bum. If you have a little bit more mobility, that feels okay. See, for me, I've got my heels about 4 knuckles distant from my groin. Another little option that sometimes feels nice is to place your feet on a block. So it sort of lifts your feet up a bit closer to you so that when you fold forward, got something to fold on. And another block can be helpful too here. So I want you to pull your sitting bones out from underneath a little bit. pull them out sideways and back, and then let yourself just melt over the legs. Now, I've got this block here because sometimes it's nice to have somewhere to rest the head. So I just want you to let go here. This is our final position. This is just opening up through our lower back, our outer hips. This is just a quick session. There's so many more poses I want to do. And so I'll do another couple of videos, and then I'll do some these shorter videos, and then I'll do some longer ones for you guys. So just take a few very slow breaths. Let this be the last part of your stretch, but don't leave it until you're done. So really, what is it like to be here now? Feel your fingers, your arms. Just relax here. Now, if you're not as far forward as me, that's very normal, and I've been working on flexibility for a little while now, so I've made some progress. So wherever you're at is perfect. If sitting up here, right up here or up here, you're feeling a lot in your hips, that's great. You just be there. You're not trying to get the body down. You're just letting it start to open on its own. Just take a couple more breaths here. Deep breath in. Slow exhale. And then bring the body up. And you can just sit comfortably for a moment. If you want to close the practice, I want to throw in a little option for meditation. So just closing your eyes and sitting cross-legged and just sitting here for about a minute. You'll know when a minute's up. Just sitting here for about a minute without jumping off to every thought that comes into your mind. That's all. Just sitting here. That's okay. You're going to have thoughts and it's cool. But just sit here. But I'm going to leave the video here. Thanks for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you for the next videos that will come.